everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another update video. In this video I have a finish and then I also have progress on some of my other charts that I wanted to work on for finish February. And so I will start with the finish, which I'm excited about. If you follow me on Instagram, which my Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel, I will put it down here, Crafty Gaming Jamie, then you will have seen this already because I was just so excited that I am someone where like once I finish it, I'm like, boom, I have to show somebody. Somebody has to see this. So it was already put on Instagram. Here's my finish though of the Red Ship of Lesser Commitment by Ink Circles. I love it. In my last video, I still hadn't finished this area down here, which was page 3, and I hadn't finished this part here, which was part of page 1. And now it's done, which means I can focus on some other things. But I loved stitching this, and also I saw on Instagram that Ink Circles is releasing smaller ships at Nashville, the market in Nashville. Smaller ships. They sound so cute! I'll try and insert a picture from their Instagram. I think they only released a picture of one, but I think there might be more than one. And it was like, I love the ships in the different sizes, because there's also like the big red ship of life, which was, I think was like the original one if I remember. They have like a moderately sized, they have a comparatively small or something, and then this is the red ship of lesser commitment, and yeah, all the red ships in small sizes. Anyways, I stitched this on fabric from Deep Sea by Crosswing Collection, and I used Classic Colorworks in the color Ribbon Red, which was the red, and then Chili Pepper, which is this orange color here. And then it's done. I'm excited. And then I also have fabric that I can stitch something else, so I need to find another chart to put on here. Hopefully a chart that I already own, because I'm trying not to buy things, which I haven't bought anything since the last time I talked about buying things, which was I think a couple videos ago. I don't remember, but yeah, so I'm doing fairly well on not buying things, which I'm happy about. Alright, now I will talk about charts where I have progress. The first one I will show is Persona 5, which is from Sprite Stitch, and it's a chart of the main character from the game Persona 5, and his name is Joker. So here's Joker. I'm behind on Joker, so I had said in my last video that if I did 250 stitches every day, I would get this finished in February. I didn't stitch at all last Saturday or Sunday, so I'm behind. I need to do more stitching on this to get caught up. I need to recalculate though and see how many stitches do I need to do now every day to get this finished by the end of the month, because I really would like to have at least this also finished this month. I don't know if I'll be able to finish any of the other things that I wanted to work on this month, but at least two finishes this month I would be happy with. So I ended up finishing the color 606 here, which was this red since my last video though, and I finished the color 939, which is like a very dark blue, and that filled in a lot of the spaces in the black of his like coat and in his hair, so he's looking a lot more filled in. And then I think the next color I will be working on is like a dark gray, because I'm saving the light colors for last. So I'm stitching this like in hand and I have to be like touching it. Obviously it's 14 count plastic canvas, so I can't like put it in a hoop or something and like protect the fabric as I'm stitching it, so it's getting touched a lot. So I really want to save the light colors for last so they don't get like dirty or gross, or just, you know, the oils from your hands can like discolor the like floss, so I will be saving those colors for last, which is kind of sad because his face is all a light color, and then also the mask is a light color, which means I'll be doing his face pretty much last and mostly stitching background parts now, so his face will be last, which is kind of sad because I like to do faces fairly early on because I like to see how faces look, but it is what it is. The next chart that I have to show is Kita, which is charted by Pinky the Pink, and it's artwork by Hannah Alexander. And here is where I am on Kita. She is so big. I worked on her arm though, and I want to get her arm fully finished. I started working on her bracelet, which is DMC Gold Metallic, and I hate working on it, but the bracelet's almost done. I think I only need to do like 1 or 2 more threads of the metallic, and then the bracelet will be done. And then I can get to her hand, get the hand done, and then I want to do her spear next, and then I'll go back to her dress after I finish the spear and hand. I think for Kita, because she's definitely not getting finished this month, and so I'm thinking that I will start doing Finish Fridays, where every Friday I will work on her to hopefully get her finished this year. So I think that's my plan for her. And she's being stitched on 28 count fabric, 2/2 full cross. She's beautiful, but she's so much bigger than I thought she was gonna be, which I knew that she was big. I knew like this fabric was big. For some reason, it just wasn't hitting me at the time that she would be that big. So yeah. Finish Fridays hopefully will help me get her closer to a finish, or possibly doing the thing, I can't remember what it's called, where people will do like 30 minutes every day on a project. I might have to do that for her. We will see if I do Finish Fridays or the 30 minutes every day, but I need to do something because like I said, she needs to get done so I can start Link this year. Maybe not this year, because I'm not that into starting things right now. So far I haven't seen anything where I'm like, I must start it right now, which I'm kind of liking, that I just want to finish things because I don't need to start more. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but finishing the red ship means I think I have 34 whips. I was at 35, so I'm at 34. I would like to get it hopefully down to like under 30 at least this year, but we'll see what happens. The next thing that I will show is the Very Viking Stitch Along from Quaternion Creations. This was a stitch along that I think came out last year, and I'm just behind. So here's where it is. I am stitching this on 28 count fabric, 2/2 full cross. I'm using Anchor Floss in the color 72, and I like it. So I'm almost finished with this guy here, and then I started working on this here, and then there's like a house, I think, here that I'm excited to start working on. There's the progress on that. And then the last chart that I have to show, I think there was a needle on this and now it's gone, so I will have to find that needle later. That'll be a fun little search for me. Anyways, the next project I have to show is the Crystal Palace by Mandarin's Designs, which their Etsy shop was closed for a while, but the last time that I got links for a video, the Etsy shop was back up, so you can now find their charts again on Etsy, which is nice. Here's Crystal Palace. I am stitching this on, it's either 16 or 18 count fabric that I dyed using neon yellow and a little bit of blue Rit dye. And it made it kind of like a highlighter-y, yellowy, greeny color, which I like bright colors, so I love looking at this fabric. And I am stitching on like, focusing on like the moon area here. I really want to get that finished, and then I think it's like the only area left that has the full crosses, and then all the rest of the background is half stitch, so the background should go quick once I finish all the full crosses. So that's what I'm focusing on, is trying to get those full crosses finished. And so that is the last thing that I worked on, and my plans for the next week going forward is I need to go through the projects and see how many stitches each project has left. Most of the projects that I'm working on right now are in Pattern Keeper, so I can see what's left and then try and see how many stitches I would have to do a day to get closer to finishing it within this month. But the month is already halfway over because, you know, February is a short month anyways, and the year is flying by. So like I said, for Kita, I don't plan on really finishing her this month anymore. She's just too big, she's too much, and so she'll be coming out later throughout the year more often. Alright, so I'm just adding a little clip in here where I did the numbers and I figured out how much is left on each chart. Crystal Palace has 14,532 stitches left, so that was probably not getting finished this month. The thing to remember though is that they're not all full crosses. There is a lot of the background is half stitches, so the half stitches will go quicker, but I need to get those full crosses finished first. The Very Viking Stitch Along has 8,550 stitches left, which to finish it in this month I would have to do 777 stitches a day. And then Persona 5 has 3,921 stitches left, and because I've gotten behind, I wasn't stitching as much this last week. I would have to do 356 stitches a day now to get this finished by the end of the month. So I think my thing that I want to focus on is I for sure want to focus on Persona 5. On Crystal Palace, I want to get the full crosses finished. And then for the very Viking stitch along, I will see what I end up doing. But I would like to try and just focus a lot on these 3 pieces, get them closer to a finish so I can get my whips down because, I'm at 34 whips. If I were to finish these 3, that would put me down to 31. And that would be really close to getting to under 30 this year. And that is a goal that I have just set for myself, as I want to get under 30 whips again. I have too many whips. I can fully admit that at this point. Like, I've gotten comments sometimes where people are like, I only stitch 1 or 2 projects at a time, and I cannot imagine having that many whips. And I am at a point where I'm also just like, yeah, I also cannot imagine having this many whips. It's slightly overwhelming. There are times where I just don't even know what to work on. And I also get kind of disappointed when I don't see progress on things for a long time because I have too much. I cannot work on everything that I have regularly, and I don't like that anymore. So yeah, I'm really trying to get those whip numbers down this year. And so, I'm trying not to buy new things, trying to start less things. And now we'll get back to the ending of the video. Thank you everyone who watches, likes, comments, and subscribes, and I will see you all next week in my next update video. Bye.